Transition toward renewable energy. An energy transition is a major structural change to energy supply and consumption in energy system. Currently, a transition to sustainable energy is underway to limit climate change. Most of the sustainable energy is renewable energy. Therefore, another term for energy transition is renewable energy transition. One definition offered by International Renewable Energy Agency, the renewable energy transition is defined as the pathway towards a transformation of the global energy sector from fossil fuels based on renewable net zero carbon energy by 2050. In essence, it is a detailed plan that outlines the actions required to comply with the United Nations Paris Agreement of 2015. At its core is the urgent need to reduce energy-related carbon emissions to limit climate change. Decarbonization of the global energy sector will require an urgent, concerted and sustained effort on a global scale to have any effect and give our planet a chance to heal itself. What are the solutions for the energy transition? Energy storage, solar and wind energy comprise the bulk of added renewables driven by supportive government policies and lowering costs. After staying resilient in 2020, these markets saw significant growth in 2021, with solar energy up 26% and wind energy up 7%. A record 175 gigawatts of solar was installed, accounting for well over half of the renewable additions. Energy storage is key for increased renewable energy adoption. Renewable energy storage will play a central factor in the energy transition, which could solve many of the production problems that green energy technologies face. Battery energy storage, in particular, has a critical role to play in ensuring homes and businesses can be powered by the increasing adoption of green energy, even when the sun isn't shining or the wind has stopped blowing. The challenge remains through that electricity grids worldwide must match supply and demand with renewable power. Managing these peaks and troughs become more challenging when the target is to achieve net zero carbon production by phasing out fossil fuel plants, which have traditionally been used as a backup to provide a reliable, steady supply of energy. Long seen as the missing link between intermittent renewable energy and constant reliability, energy storage has begun playing a broader role in the energy transition, with the potential to enable the eventual decarbonization of our energy system. As costs reduce, renewable energy storage has the potential for broad use beyond the niche markets in which it is currently employed. What are the most accessible renewable energy sources? Renewable power with no or low carbon emissions can help combat climate change and curb rising global temperatures. It can also help meet the world's growing energy demands. Renewable energy capacity grew by nearly 14% or 473 gigawatts in 2023, according to the International Renewable Energy Agency. But renewable energy access and availability vary, impacting companies' decisions on which sustainable energy they should be investing in. While choices will differ by organization, the renewable energy sources central to the energy transition today include hydro. Hydropower relies on the movement of water to spin turbines and generate electricity. As technology evolves, the International Energy Agency forecasts that hydro will remain the largest clean energy provider through 2030. Solar power is the conversion of sunlight into electricity through two methods: solar photovoltaic and concentrating solar thermal power. By 2027, solar power generation will likely surplus coal and natural gas production. Wind. Wind power involves generating electricity by using small to large-scale turbines. Today, wind farms harness stronger offshore winds to potentially double offshore wind power capacity. Other renewable energy sources include geothermal and biomass. China's central government plans to invest 1.2 trillion yuan. It is $172.32 billion in biomass by 2025. In Africa, experts estimate that Kenya and Ethiopia might produce roughly 10,000 megawatts of energy through geothermal sources. Despite extensive public and private sector research, these energy sources don't yet play a significant role in energy markets as hydropower, solar energy, and wind energy. How do companies procure renewable energy? For organizations pursuing renewable energy transitions, determining the availability of renewable sources is only one piece of the puzzle. They must also determine how they will procure and integrate renewable energy systems into their portfolios. Fortunately, they have several options and strategies, including renewable energy certificates, RECs. RECs can be purchased from power plants. They show that the barrier owns 1 megawatt hour of zero carbon electricity that has been generated by renewable energy sources and delivered to the power grid. When Intel announced its plans to build 2 computer chip factories in Ohio by 2025, they used RECs to pledge that the facilities would full run on renewable energy within 5 years. Power purchase agreements, PPAs. A PPA is a long-term contract between energy buyers and suppliers that defines the price and amount of renewable energy assets. Microsoft signed a 5-year deal with Brookfield Assets Management to double its renewable energy capacity by adding more than 10.5 gigawatt of solar, wind, and other renewable energy sources across the company's facilities in Europe and North America. Renewable energy assets investments. Organizations can install solar panels or wind turbines on their facilities to promote on-site electricity generation. Electrical energy storage systems help to store excess electricity, ensuring a stable energy supply even during outages. Electrification. Electrification is the conversion of a device, system, or process that depends on non-electric energy into powered by electricity. Electric vehicles are a prime example. Electrification often relies on renewable technologies to draw power, which aids in decarbonization efforts. IBM is on track to meet its current goal of 75% renewable electricity by 2025 by scaling up its procurement of renewable electricity. The benefits of switching to renewable energy. One of the most pressing challenges related to renewable energy adoption is the upfront cost. However, there are significant long-term benefits for businesses and economies that investing in clean energy projects and renewable energy technologies. By raising awareness of these advantages, business leaders who focus on energy transition can win support from investors and other stakeholders. They can also fuel economic growth. These advantages include job creation, greater climate action, can lead to more job opportunities in the clean energy sector. Supply chains leaders might invest in talent that can identify Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions or partner with suppliers that ethically source raw materials. In 2022, worldwide employment in the energy sectors rose to 13.7 million jobs, nearly doubling in the last decade. Cost savings. Companies can determine the cost effectiveness of different renewable energy technologies and projects by using metrics such as the levelized cost of energy. Fixed rate PPAs offer price stability against electricity market fluctuations, while feed-in tariffs grant energy producers above market prices for the energy they generate and supply to the grid. Tax incentives. In the US, the Business Energy Investment Tax Credit provides subsidies for companies in exchange for their deployment of renewables. In some European countries, such as Germany, companies can benefit from reduced VAT rates for solar panel installation. In Asia, India's accelerated tax deprecations on solar energy installations offer advantages for commercial and residential consumers. Energy security. Renewable energy sources can provide greater stability and resilience through energy diversification. Even if an electrical grid or power plant doesn't run entirely on renewable energy, having various means for energy production can ensure that power is consistently available. Brand reputation. A new wave of sustainability-focused stakeholders are putting pressure on organizations to be open about environmental, social, and governance (ESG) factors. This pressure encourages companies to adopt clean energy initiatives that can help boost their brand reputation. Regulatory compliance. Transitioning to renewable energy can help companies meet the climate goals outlined across legislations and frameworks. For example, in some regions, laws mandate ESG reporting rather than merely encouraging it. And some companies must comply with regulations such as the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, which encourages EU companies to disclose their environmental and social impacts.